Hi everyone, welcome back. Those that are new, welcome. Thank you for all your likes, shares and subscribes. You're all appreciated. Today I'm doing a tarot reading to find out why the police decided to bring in the grand jury to skip the arraignment. Now keep in mind, guys, that this doesn't mean that a grand jury is going to be used for the trial. So we'll see the reasoning behind why they decided to bring the grand jury in to indict him, to indict Bryan Kohberger. What will his plea be on Monday? And what narrative the state are going for motive at this time. We do know that there is a lot behind the scenes in this case, and I believe a lot that's never going to be told. So let's get started. Keep in mind it is a tarot reading and everyone is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. Why did the police decide to bring in the grand jury to skip the arraignment, please, Spirit? Okay, so we're starting off with the Six of Wands, the Temperance, the Knight of Pentacles. We'll be doing three rows of 4 today. And the Nine of Wands. What will his plea be on Monday? We have the Eight of Wands. Oh. The Four of Wands, the Three of Cups. So much passion here. Again. And the Ace of Wands. And what narrative are the state going for motive, please? if any. They don't have to prove a motive, but it really does help. We have the Hangman. The Five of Cups. The Devil. And the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so why did the police decide, hang on, I've got to move these over a bit. Why did the police decide to bring in a grand jury? They're wanting to hold back information. They're keeping everything close to their chest. They're not wanting to hand over everything to the defence. Struggles, burdens. I believe they may also have thought to take burdens off the witnesses. And to stop the defence from getting everything. They're wanting them to be patient. There's no patience here. It's like they wanted everything now, handed over. And they could have felt that this was overextending what they should be doing. So they've brought in, and the public, they didn't want a lot of this information that they have or proof that they have to become public. They needed it to stay private. He's going to plead innocent. He's not going to plead guilty. That's why he's trying to find out as much information as possible, because he thinks he can talk his way around anything. Strange, we have house and friends here. surely he's not going to say that he'd been at the house at a party prior to what happened, and that's the reason why the sheath was there. Well, he won't be saying that on Monday. He's just got to plead innocent or guilty, but surely that's not going to be his story. I believe that the state's narrative is going to be that he was obsessed with the girls and he was stalking them. And he may have been rejected by one of them in the past. And that's why the sacrifice happened. But I will be clarifying with the beautiful Beast Tarot today. There's so much to this case we're not going to find out at all. I don't believe that anything that's come up about the drugs or the cartel or anything will be mentioned. They're going to go on the narrative that Bryan was obsessed with the girls. And he may have had to have, well, he would have had to have been watching them for a while. To be able to plan and strategize. As I said in my last reading, something was telling me to go back a few months. But I do believe that they're going to go on to, the state are going to go by obsessed with the girls or girl, rejected perhaps in the past. He couldn't handle it. And no doubt they have a lot of evidence he may have photos of them or a lot of communication somehow online. Maybe not talking, but showing that he was watching them or, yeah, anyway, let's get into this deeper. Why is the Six of Wands here in reverse? For the reason why the grand jury come in. I see this as them not wanting the public to find out. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Help from the Queen of Swords. This is to do with one of the witnesses. They're not wanting to get out in public. What one of the witnesses is saying. And to protect her. Queen of Swords. Why is the Temperance here, please, Spirit? A blending of energies. Two people deciding this. Or maybe more. One flipped over, I'm sure of it. Oh, here we are. The Devil and the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is talking about the house. And the Devil, well, we all know who that is. Or the home. See, they're worried that he might have somebody out there that can get to the witnesses. Why is this Knight of Pentacles here? For the reason for the grand jury to indict. They're not wanting to share their information in the links they have with the house and Bryan, by the look of it. Ooh, Queen of Wands and Seven of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles. They don't want him to be able to make up some lies and deceive the jury by what information they already have on him. I think they believe that the more they hand over to him, the more he's going to be able to talk his way out of it. Because he's very self-assured and they know it. I think they're worried that he might be able to talk his way out of this if they hand over everything that they have with his manipulating mind. And his knowledge for law, criminology. Give me more on the Nine of Wands, please, Spirit. We had one turn over again. We have the Empress. They don't want to put more burdens onto the witnesses at this time. They're using their senses, believing that they have to hold everything close to their chest at this time, not to give him the opportunity to be able to deceive the situation, lie, keeping all their cards close to their chest and protecting the witnesses at this time. So that's why they decided to indict him with a grand jury so it didn't become public. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the trial will be run by a grand jury. Now, him pleading his innocence. Why is this 8 of Wands here, please? Let's see what his defense strategy is. Well, we have the Ace of Cups, loving oneself, we know that. The 8 of Cups. Looking for deeper meaning. See, he's needing to find out what they've got against him so that he can work his way around it. Very weary at this time, not being able to get all the information. The 3 of Pentacles. Well, that's obviously showing the teamwork and his communication with his lawyers. Does he have 2 lawyers? And we have the King of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Trying to be creative. Trying to be forceful by pushing the state to give him all the information. And now this is causing him, because it's become a turn of events. He thought he was going to have everything in front of him that he could talk around. But he's not going to now. He's just got to go in there and plead. Give me more. On the 4 of Coins, please, Spirit. 4 of Coins. He's trying to take control of the situation. And law enforcement know it. He's taking control. Why is this here? Oh, the hangman again. He now has to wait. He's in suspension. And it's driving him crazy because he thought he had full control of the situation, but he wasn't counting on them doing what they've done. We have the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Cups. He's missed out on what he wanted. He's still being very smug about the situation, though. But it has caught him off guard because it was such a quick, unexpected thing that happened. They've tried to take control away from him. Why is the Three of Cups here? Oh, is this the right deck? Yep, why is the Three of Cups here, Spirit? Yeah, we have two people deciding and assessing the situation. Well, three people. He must have, does he have two lawyers? Give me more on the Ace of Wands, please, Spirit. We have the High Priestess in reverse and the King of Swords. The High Priestess. She who knows but doesn't speak. In reverse. She who doesn't know and speaks. Now, could this be his lawyer? They actually believe he's innocent and they're speaking up for him. He's put a lot of thought into this. He's tried to be analytical, articulate. And he is very intelligent. He will be pleading not guilty. Although him not being able to see all the facts beforehand has given him a bit of a shake-up. Not being able to see everything. Now, the narrative for when the trial starts, what are the police using as their narrative, as the motive here? What do they believe has happened? We all know that there's something a lot more than him just being obsessed with them or stalking them. But I believe that that's what the police are going with. They're not going to allow any other information to get out by the look of it. Why is the hangman here? Well, we know they were sacrificed. Why is the hangman here, please, Spirit? Eight of Wands. Communication. So there's obviously got some sort of thing online. They've got things online. Maybe liking their photos, downloading their photos. I believe he had to watch them for a few months before he done what he had to do. And while doing so, he did get obsessed with them. Even if it was a job that he had to do, he actually become obsessed with them. Or one of them. We have the Eight of Swords. Bound and gagged. Now, I don't think that any of them were bound and gagged. Ah, see, this is the narrative. So they're going to say that one of them rejected him or didn't want anything to do with him, and he was obsessed and he was feeling stuck. And restricted and powerless. So he did what he did. I believe this is what they're going to say. Give me more on the devil, please, Spirit. Of course, I will be doing a read closer to the trial because energies do change, but this is the narrative the state are going for at the moment. Oh, we have justice on top of the devil. That's definitely what they're going for. And I believe there is going to be justice. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? Information, message. Four of Pentacles. They may be aware that money has been owed. And Page of Pentacles, they may also be aware that the girls may have been informants here. But that's not going to come out. They're going to keep that close to their chest. That is not going to come out. They're going to go by the narrative of Bryan being obsessed with the girls. They're going to prove it with some sort of tracing online. And that he was feeling powerless because he was rejected. He was stalking them. But they're going to keep this information to themselves. That is not going to come out. Four of Pentacles, holding it close to their chest. Wow. So we're not going to get the full truth here. I think they believe that they do have enough information here to be able to get justice over him by using the narrative of him being obsessed with them. He was rejected by them, feeling powerless, and this is the reason they got sacrificed. Because he was just totally obsessed with them. But as in for the informant information, which has come out again, they're holding on to that. That's not going to become public at all. I don't even believe it's going to be said in court. They believe they've just got enough to get justice over him being obsessed with the girls. Now, keep in mind that, you know, a few months prior, apparently now in the comments people have said that there was a few busts beforehand. He was given the word to do what he had to do. And he started watching these girls and keeping an eye on them, an eye on their posts, whatever. And during this time, he actually has become obsessed. So there definitely was a lot of passion in this as well, like a crime of passion, but it was for a reason. So he became very obsessed and passionate while he had to keep his eye out and while he was stalking them, but it was for the reason of them being an informant. And perhaps, and owing money. So maybe the girls informed about the cartel because they owed money. Money maybe perhaps they couldn't pay back. And maybe somehow they wanted to close them down so they didn't have to pay back the money. There's a lot more to this than we are ever going to know, and that's ever going to be revealed. Because there's going to be some sort of cover-up with a lot of information here. But the Justice card is here on top of the Devil. So that is looking good at this stage. I shall leave the reading there. Love and light.